Hi everyone, welcome back to the show. This is 10 Minutes English podcast series. Today we're diving into a deceptively simple question with a surprisingly big answer. Can music change your mood? Spoiler alert, yes. But the how and the why are fascinating. To unpack it all, I'm joined by someone who literally uses music to change lives. She's a board-certified music therapist and researcher, Dr. Jack Lena. Lena, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. I've been looking forward to this. Any excuse to talk music and the brain, I'm in.
Perfect. Okay, I want to start with something super relatable. A couple days ago, I was stuck in traffic, tired, grumpy, and then an old song from high school came on. I haven't heard it in years, and immediately my mood just lifted. Like I felt it in my body. What is going on there?
So many things at once. At the simplest level, music is one of the fastest ways to change your physiology. Your ears pick up the sound, your brain predicts what's coming, and when the music confirms or surprises those predictions in just the right way, your reward system releases dopamine. That's the same neurochemical involved in food, sex, and a lot of our emotional learning.
So it's like the brain's getting a treat when the chorus hits just right.
Exactly. And with your throwback song, there is memory layered on top of that. The hippocampus, which helps form memories, has a tight relationship with the auditory system. So when that song plays, it's basically a time machine. You're recalling a time and place, the people, even the smell of a gym floor or the feeling of a summer night. Nostalgia isn't just a story, it has a bodily signature. It can lower stress hormones and increase a sense of social connection.
I love the idea that nostalgia has a physiological signature. Can music change your mood even if you don't want it to? Like, you're in a grocery store, a sad song comes on, and suddenly you feel kind of heavy?
It can. We're very susceptible to tempo, key color, and timbre. Faster tempos nudge your internal rhythms, your heart rate, your breathing, to speed up a bit. Slower music can slow you down. Even the brightness of a sound, like a sunny acoustic guitar versus a dark synth, can tilt your emotional state. Our brains are constantly tracking the vibe of the environment for safety and belonging cues. Music is a loud cue.
Okay, let's zoom out. You work with patients. You see this on the ground, not just in a lab. When someone asks, can music change your mood? What's your short answer?
Yes, and we can do it on purpose. We can shift mood up or down, we can process emotions, we can regulate energy. It's not a magic wand, but it's a tool we underuse.
I want the full tour. Let's talk brain. Where does music hit when it lands?
The short tour, sound enters the auditory cortex, which decodes pitch, rhythm, timbre. That's the technical side. At the same time, emotional circuits, like the amygdala for salience and the nucleus accumbens for reward, light up. The motor system also engages even if you're not moving. We literally simulate movement when we hear rhythm. That's why you get that urge to nod or tap. And then there's predictive processing. Your brain is constantly anticipating what comes next. When music balances predictability with surprise, like a drop, a syncopated beat, a chord you didn't expect, you get that chills feeling. We call it frisson.
So chills are basically my brain going, ooh, nice, when a song outsmarts me a little.
Exactly. A little uncertainty that resolves in a satisfying way. It's deeply rewarding.
Tempo came up. I've heard people say, I can't run without my 150 beats per minute playlist. Is there science there?
There is. It's called entrainment. Your body naturally tries to synchronize with external rhythms. For runners, 150 to 170 BPM often matches a comfortable stride frequency, so it feels easier. There's research showing improved endurance and lower perceived exertion when people move to music that fits their natural cadence. On the flip side, if you're anxious and want to calm down, music around 60 to 80 BPM can gently slow your breathing and heart rate.
Okay, so if I'm spiraling with stress at 3 p.m., do I just put on some super slow classical?
Try something in your comfort zone first. One of my favorite tools is the ISO principle from music therapy. You start by matching your current state. If you're jittery, pick something medium fast that feels seen by your nervous system, and then you gradually move to slower, calmer tracks. It's like walking your physiology down instead of forcing a hard stop.
That makes sense. Meet yourself where you are, then drift.
Exactly. If you jump too far, your brain rejects it. It won't feel believable.
Let's talk sad music. A lot of people love sad songs when they're already sad. What's the deal? Are we making it worse or actually helping?
Depends on what the sad music does for you. For some, sad songs provide catharsis, a safe container to feel and release. The melody validates your emotion, you feel less alone. That can be very healthy. But for others, certain songs can trap them in rumination, looping thoughts without processing. The key is noticing the effect. Do you feel lighter and more understood after the song, or heavier and stuck? If it's the latter, use the ISO principle. Start sad, then move toward neutral, then hopeful.
So it's not happy songs good, sad songs bad. It's context, intention, and progression.
You nailed it.
Cultural question. We've been taught that major keys are happy, minor keys are sad. Is that universal?
Not entirely. There are cross-cultural tendencies. Faster, brighter, louder sounds often feel more energetic. Slower and darker timbres feel more somber. But the major-minor emotional code is learned to some extent. That's why a song you find uplifting might sound tense to someone raised in a different musical system. Still, within your own musical culture, your brain's predictions are tuned to those rules, so they're very powerful.
Let's bring in bodies again. When people say music calmed me down, what are some baseline body changes that might be happening?
Heart rate variability can increase, meaning your body becomes more flexible and resilient. Cortisol, a stress hormone, can drop. Breathing can smooth out. If you're singing or humming, you stimulate the vagus nerve, which helps shift your nervous system into a more regulated state. Group singing can also boost oxytocin, the bonding hormone, and even raise pain thresholds a bit.
I've goosebumps. Me too. Every time.
You mentioned humming earlier. Can we do a quick 60-second reset exercise that people can try right now?
Absolutely. Here's a mini practice. Sit comfortably, soften your jaw and shoulders. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts. Exhale with a gentle hum for 6 counts. Feel the vibration in your chest, face, or lips. Repeat 5 times. If it feels good, place a hand over your heart to amplify the vibration. Notice if your breath slows down on its own. Humming is music you make inside your body. It's portable and free.
That was nice. I did it along with you and felt the exhale lengthen.
That exhale length is your parasympathetic system saying hi.
Okay, let's pivot to productivity. Because people are like, give me the focus playlist that will make me a genius.
The honest answer, personalization is everything. That said, patterns do emerge. If you're distractible, choose repetitive, low-variance music. Minimalist piano, ambient, mellow electronica. If you're lethargic, choose steady groove, lo-fi with a pulse, instrumental hip-hop around 90 to 110 BPM. Avoid sudden drops or big dynamic shifts if you're sensitive to startle. And keep it just loud enough to mask background noise, but not enough to flood your nervous system.
Do you recommend changing playlists by time of day?
Yes, morning music can kickstart. Late afternoon might need a reset. Evening should cue wind down. Your body likes patterns. A closing playlist can tell your brain work is over. It's like dimming the lights for your nervous system.
Earworms. Songs stuck in your head. Are they trying to tell us something or just annoying?
Both. They often happen when your brain hasn't finished a musical sentence. Completing the phrase by actually listening to the song can help. So can chewing gum, seriously. It interferes with the subvocal rehearsal that keeps the earworm alive. Also, engage your working memory with another task, a puzzle, a different melody, counting backwards by 7s.
I'm totally chewing gum next time a single chorus on loop takes over my brain. It works more than you'd think. Ear health. We love our playlists. We love it loud. How do we not mess up our ears? The 60-60 rule. No more than 60% of max volume for 60 minutes at a time. Give your ears breaks. Noise-canceling headphones let you listen at lower volumes in noisy environments. If your ears ring after listening, that's a sign to turn it down. Protecting your hearing protects your emotional regulation tool, by the way. Hearing loss can increase isolation and stress.
I've heard music can reduce pain, true?
Yes, pain is not just a physical signal, it's also a perceptual experience shaped by attention, emotion, and context. Music shifts attention, raises your pain threshold slightly, and can create a sense of agency. In hospitals, we see lowered perceived pain with music before procedures, and calmer patients require less medication in some cases.
I've seen videos of people relearning to walk with music.
That's rhythmic auditory stimulation. The beat acts as an external pacer. The motor system locks onto it, and gait becomes smoother and more coordinated. We also use melodic intonation therapy to help speech, using melody to retrain language pathways.
Music is just relentless in how many systems it touches.
It's a multi-tool.
Let's have some fun. I'm going to throw common scenarios at you, and you give me a quick musical strategy. Ready?
Let's do it.
Scenario 1. It's Monday morning, and I'm dragging.
Start with a mid-tempo track that makes you smile, nostalgia works, then build to something brighter. Keep the first song familiar so your brain says yes without effort.
Scenario 2. I have to focus on a boring spreadsheet for an hour.
Instrumental with a steady pulse. Low surprises, low lyrics. Consider gentle electronic, classical minimalism, or even nature sounds with a beat layered in.
Scenario 3. I'm furious after a tense meeting.
3-track arc. Angry song you can safely storm through. Transitional track with a strong beat but warmer tone. Calming track that validates and softens. Or put on drums and move the energy physically.
Scenario 4.
Can't sleep. Brain won't shut up. No lyrics, 60 to 70 BPM. Darker timbres can feel too heavy. Choose warm and soft. Breathe with the music. Extend your exhale. Stop 30 minutes before sleep to avoid listening to track endings in your head.
Scenario 5. I want to feel brave before a big presentation.
Power song that reminds you of competence. Ideally, something linked to a memory of success. Stand up, match your breath to the beat, shoulders back. Music and posture are a cheat code.
So good. Let's talk about kids and music. Does starting young matter for mood regulation?
Exposure helps. Kids who sing, move, or play instruments regularly learn to notice and shift their states. It's not about virtuosity, it's about regulation. Simple call and response songs, clapping games, lullabies. These teach timing, turn-taking, and self-soothing. Also, family playlists can be rituals like cleanup song, car ride song, goodnight song. The brain loves cues.
If someone says, I'm not musical, what do you say?
You're human, you're musical. If you can walk, you have rhythm. If you can breathe, you can hum. We've turned music into performance for the gifted, but at its core, it's a communal nervous system tool.
I want to touch on culture again. If someone feels like the music that helps them isn't the cool thing, say they like bubblegum pop to regulate, what do you say?
Use what works. Shame is the enemy of regulation. If a 3-chord pop song gets you through your day, that's good medicine. Your nervous system doesn't care about genre hierarchy. Amen.
Okay, let's do a micro deep dive on lyric content. Can words change mood even more than sound? Words matter, but their impact depends on timing. If you're dysregulated, complex or heavy lyrics can overwhelm. Simple, affirming lines help. If you're reflective and grounded, layered lyrics can move you deeply. Also, watch for negative self-talk embedded in songs you repeat. You might internalize messages you don't intend to. Do you ever assign music homework to clients?
All the time. Things like build a 10-minute morning ritual, 1 energizing track, 1 centering track. Make a rescue playlist for 3 states, anxious, angry, sad, each with a 5-song arc. Track your mood after songs, better, worse, or same. Create a joy bank of 10 songs that reliably spark microjoy. Keep it handy.